Leaning into Stephen, I whispered, "See how no one exists, it's only them." He moaned in agreement. "It's hot." They finally broke apart and walked past us, out into one of the other rooms. "Just wait. Soon there will be more people to watch." He was affected by it. I could feel his body shifting in his seat. This was what I'd hoped for. He clearly wasn't planning to leave. Stephen shifted me so he could stand, adjusting the obvious bulge in the front of his jeans, causing me to smile. "Be right back." He motioned to the toilets, leaving me alone. As I sat alone, I looked around to see who had walked through the doors while I'd been otherwise engaged. To my surprise, the club was busier than I'd expected. People were scattered around the seating areas. My eyes were drawn to a couple on one of the bed-style seats. They were entwined in each other's arms, and already one of the men was shirtless with his jeans undone and settled around his hips. I ached to get closer, to watch as they explored each other. Their movements and touches showed how in tune with each other they were. This was what I wanted to show Stephen, that there was nothing seedy or dirty about what they were doing, but instead there was passion and closeness. Of course, not everyone did this for love. Some just enjoyed the exhibitionism and sexual side, but this is what I got from it. Standing, I moved slightly closer, hoping that I would catch Stephen on the way back from the bathroom. I was lost in my observations as hands slid across skin. So much so, I jumped when a set of hands slid around my waist and pulled me back to a firm chest. "Still like to watch, do you?" The voice was deep and shocked me. I pulled away, turning to see Peter standing behind me, a smile on his face. "Shame you didn't come home with us. Wouldn't have to skulk around down here. You get a front row seat to the show." Glancing behind him, I hoped to see Stephen appear behind him. "Looking for someone?" He looked over his shoulder. "Bet he's been delayed. Oh well, his loss is my gain." He took a step closer to me, and I backed away, hitting my back against the wall. I began to panic, feeling trapped with no way to escape. "Leave me alone," I hissed, trying not to sound scared. "Oh no." He ran a finger down my cheek, and I closed my eyes. "I had plans for you." "I don't think so." The deep tenor of Joe's voice came out of nowhere. Heaving a sigh of relief, I opened my eyes and saw him standing next to me, arms folded across his chest. "I heard him tell you to leave him alone." "What's this got to do with you?" Peter spat. "Move on. Forget you saw anything." Before I could blink, Joe had grabbed hold of Peter, pulling his arms sharply behind his back. "This is my club, so these are my rules. I say what goes on, and I won't have you harassing one of my members." "I wasn't harassing him." Peter struggled in his grip, but Joe was stronger. "Let me go." "Not a chance." Joe laughed. "I've had enough of you and your games." He then pushed him forward and into the arms of someone who made Joe look like a wimp. "Make sure he leaves." The man responded with a curt nod, then was gone.